Hello, second grade, and welcome to your spring break homework, listening to the story Flat Stanley. So sit back, relax, and just listen. Koa's here too. Koa, you gonna listen to the story with us? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Flat Stanley by Jeff Brown. Chapter 1, The Big Bulletin Board. Breakfast was ready. "I will go wake the boys," Mrs. Lambchop said to her husband, George Lambchop. Just then, their younger son, Arthur, called from the bedroom he shared with his brother Stanley. "Hey, come and look! Hey!" Mr. and Mrs. Lambchop were both very much in favor of politeness. Hay is for horses, Arthur, not people. Try to remember that. "Excuse me, but look," Arthur said. He pointed to Stanley's bed. Across it lay a ginormous bulletin board Mr. Lambchop had given the boys last Christmas. They used it to pin up pictures and messages and maps. It had fallen on top of Stanley during the night. But Stanley was not hurt. In fact, he would have still been sleeping if he had not heard Arthur yelling. "What's going on here?" he called out cheerfully. Mr. and Mrs. Lambchop hurried to lift it from the bed. "Heavens! Gosh, Stanley's flat!" "As a pancake," said Mr. Lambchop. "Darndest thing I've ever seen." "Stanley and I will go to see Dr. Dan and hear what he has to say," Mrs. Lambchop said. In his office, Dr. Dan examined Stanley all over. "How do you feel? Does it hurt very much?" "I felt sort of tickly after I got up," Stanley Lambchop said. "But I feel fine now." "Well, that's mostly how it is with these cases," said Dr. Dan. "We'll just have to keep an eye on this young fellow. Sometimes we doctors, despite all our years of training and experience, can only marvel at how little we really know." Mrs. Lambchop said she thought Stanley's clothes would have to be altered by a tailor, so Dr. Dan told his nurse to take Stanley's measurements. Mrs. Lambchop wrote them down. Stanley was 4 feet tall, about a foot wide, and half an inch thick. All right, that's the end of chapter 1. I want you to think, who are our characters? What's happened in our story so far? And what are your predictions about what's going to happen to Stanley next? All right, second grade, go ahead and take a stretch break if you need to, and then make sure to click the next video.